First Esdras, page 2. In the first year of Cyrus, king of the Persians, that the word of the Lord might be accomplished, that he had promised by the mouth of Jeremy, the Lord raised up the spirit of Cyrus, the king of the Persians, and he made proclamations through his kingdom, and also writing, saying, Thus says Cyrus, king of the Persians, the Lord of Israel, the Most High Lord, hath made me king of the whole world, and commanded me to build him a house at Jerusalem in Jewry. If therefore there be any of you that of his people, if therefore there be any of you that are of his people, let the Lord, even the Lord, be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, that is in Judea, and build the house of the Lord of Israel. For he is the Lord that dwelleth in Jerusalem. Whosoever then dwelleth in this place about, let them help him, those, I say, that are his neighbours, with gold and with silver, with gifts, with horses, with cattle, with other things, which have been set forth by vow for the temple of the Lord at Jerusalem. Then the chief of the families of Judea and of the tribes of Benjamin stood up, and the priests also, and the Levites, and all they whose mind the Lord had moved to go up, and to build a house for the Lord at Jerusalem. And they dwelt around them, and helped them in all things, with silver and gold, with horses, with cattle, with very many free gifts, and a great number whose minds were stirred up thereto. King Cyrus also brought forth the holy vessels which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Jerusalem, and had set up in the temple of idols. Now when Cyrus king of the Persians had brought them forth, he delivered them to Mithridates, his treasurer, and by him they were delivered to Sanabassar, the governor of Judea. And this was the number of them: 1,000 golden cups, 1,000 of silver, censers of silver 29, vials of gold 30, and of silver 20,410, and 1,000 other vessels. So all the vessels of gold and of silver which were carried away were 5,469. These were brought back by Sennacherib, together with them of the captivity from Babylon to Jerusalem. But in the time of Artaxerxes, king of the Persians, Belimus and Mithridates and Tabelius and Rathumus and Beeltethemus and Semelius, the secretary, with others that were in commission with them, dwelling in Samaria and other places, wrote unto him against them that dwelt in Judea and Jerusalem these letters following: To King Artaxerxes our Lord, thy servant, Rathumus the story writer, and Semelius the scribe, and the rest of their council, and the judges that are in Celesyria and Phenice, Phenice. But it is now known to the Lord King that the Jews that are up from you to us, being come into Jerusalem, that rebellious and wicked city, do build the marketplaces, and repair the walls of it, and do lay the foundations of the temple. Now if this city and the walls thereof are made up again, there will not be only Now if this city and the walls thereof are made up again, they will not only refuse to give tribute, but also rebel against kings. And forasmuch as there as the things pertaining to the temple are now in hand, we think it meet not to neglect such a matter, but to speak unto our Lord King to the intent that, if it be thy pleasure, it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers, and thou shalt find in the chronicles what is written concerning these things, and shalt understand that the city was rebellious, troubling both kings and cities, and that the Jews were rebellious and raised always wars therein, for which cause even this city was made desolate. Wherefore now we do declare unto thee, O Lord the King, that if this city be built again, and the walls there set up anew, thou shalt from henceforth have no passage into Celesyria and Phoenice. Then the king wrote back against the Rathamus and story writer, the story writer, to Belthemus and Semelius the scribe, to the rest and were in the commission, and the dwellers in Samaria and Syria and Phoenice after this matter. I have read the epistle that ye have sent unto me. Therefore I command to make diligent search, and it hath been found that the city was from the beginning practising against kings, and the men thereof were given to rebellious war, and the mighty kings and fierce were in Jerusalem, who reigned and exacted tributes in Celesyria and Phoenice. Now therefore I have commanded to hinder those men from building the city, and heed to be taken that there be no more done in it, and that those wicked workers proceed no further to annoyance of kings. Then the king Artaxerxes, his letters being read, Rathamus and Semelius the scribe, and the rest that were in commission with them, removing in haste toward Jerusalem with troop of horsemen and multitude of people in battle array, began to hinder the builders, and the building of the temple in Jerusalem ceased until the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, king of the Persians. Cool.